LFC Now, in association with Standard Chartered, main sponsor of Liverpool Football Club.
Hello and welcome to the world-renowned sporting city of Melbourne. We're in Australia for the second leg of Liverpool's pre-season tour, and preparations for Wednesday's historic game at the MCG are well underway. The squad flew in from Jakarta to another fantastic reception yesterday and later met up with Luis Suarez, Sebastian Coates and young keeper Danny Ward. Today the team trained twice at Melbourne Victory's home ground, Amy Park, while Brendan Rodgers and Ian Ayre welcomed local journalists to the team hotel for a press conference. Predictably, the future of Luis Suarez was one of the main talking points, but first up on the agenda was that amazing welcome which greeted the team on their maiden visit to this country.
Thanks for what was an amazing welcome from our fans at the airport last night. I was saying to Brendan that with some of the scrums that went on at the airport, I think everybody thought the Lions had come back. You know, the club's been around over 100 years now, and it's taken us a long time to come to these shores, but fantastic welcome, and hopefully we'll make some history this week for Liverpool when we play in front of what I think will be the biggest crowd that Liverpool Football Club's played in front of. So very happy to be here. Everybody very excited about the game on Wednesday, and we look forward to doing a lot this week while we're here and meeting a lot of our fans, and everybody very much pleased to be here.
Brendan, welcome to Australia first of all. Are you excited about Wednesday night's match, and what can fans expect to see?
Very much so, and just reiterate really what Ian had said. You know, the welcome that we got last night at the airport was incredible, and just shows you the passion for football out here. And as I said, it's going to be incredible being in a stadium with so many. That was probably about 400 or 500 supporters, so we can imagine near on 100,000 in the stadium. So now we know it's going to be a tough game for us. That was the reason for coming out to here, as part of our preparation for the Barclays Premier League. And as I said, the whole atmosphere, and as I said, we're still in our preparation phase, so it's a game that we're looking forward to.
Can we expect a full-strength side? Do you see Steven Gerrard and also Luis Suarez playing this match?
Yeah, absolutely. The players aren't quite up to 90 minutes yet. You've seen if you followed the game in Indonesia, we played a team for around about 60 minutes, and then we looked to make changes in that, because the players, they're only sort of 3 weeks into their preparation. So, but they'll all be involved. They'll all have some part to play, and like as I said, it's really about our fitness level at this moment in time.
Brendan, have you had that chat that we all expect you to have with Luis Suarez about staying at Liverpool? And if you have, what did you tell him, and how did he respond?
I haven't had it yet. No, we only arrived late last night. He was obviously here earlier, flying in from a different part of the world. But as we've always been as a club, and certainly as the manager and the coach, I'm quite relaxed on it. Louis was out here as expected. He's an integral part of our squad. We'll chat at some stage, I'm sure, like I do with all the players. So, but he's back. He's in great spirits. He's obviously an integral part of the group, and you see his closeness with his teammates last night when they all seen him for the first time in a number of weeks. So now he'll join training today with all the other players, and over the course of these next few weeks we'll communicate. But him and I have been in regular communication throughout the summer. So as I said, it's just something that's ongoing.
So his mindset's okay to take part tomorrow, Wednesday night?
Yeah, well, as I said, we'll chat probably more so today. So, but he's a Liverpool player first and foremost, and obviously he'll be a part of the group.
Well, before today's training session, Premier of Victoria Dennis Naptine called in on Amy Park to meet the Reds, and he told LFC TV of his delight that Liverpool chose to visit Melbourne.
Liverpool is one of the most well-respected, well-known football clubs in the world, and we're absolutely thrilled to have them here in Melbourne and Victoria. And of course, when I was growing up and watching the telly, Liverpool, my favourite team. Craig Johnson from Australia played for Liverpool. Ian Rush was my favourite player. So I'm absolutely thrilled to have Liverpool in Melbourne and Victoria playing our own Melbourne Victory, but also playing at the world's best sports stadium, the MCG. There'll be 90,000 fans there, and it'll be a great game, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be there to watch Liverpool play.
Everyone is so much looking forward to playing at the MCG. Will this go down as one of the great sporting occasions, do you think?
Oh, there's no doubt this will be one of the great sporting events ever held at the MCG. While it's famous for its Boxing Day Test match cricket and its AFL, our local football grand final, that 90,000 at a match between Liverpool and Melbourne Victory will certainly be among one of the best events ever at the MCG, and this will be a red letter day for Melbourne and Victoria.
Well, one Liverpool player who has experience of playing at the MCG is our Australian goalkeeper Brad Jones, and he's anticipating an extra special occasion on Wednesday night.
Well, judging by what was at the airport, it's going to be, it's going to be loud. But no, it's an unbelievable stadium. It's massive. I don't think you really get a full perspective until you're stood in the middle of the pitch, just how big it is. I've been fortunate enough to play there for Australia, and it's certainly a special place, and like you said, one of the most iconic, or probably the most iconic in Australia. So it's another experience that the players get, and something that hopefully they'll remember for a long time.
So for you personally then, what does it mean to be here in your home country as a Liverpool player?
Well, it's probably not something that I thought I would ever have done, to be honest. Brilliant to come home on a pre-season tour. It's something that might have happened a few times over my career. There were talks about it, but it never quite happened, and we finally got the opportunity. So to come here with Liverpool, it's brilliant to have the chance to play at the MCG as well. I think it'll be a good few days for us, and enjoyable. I think at the moment it's pre-season, so it's all about hard work, but the fact that we can enjoy the time as well as putting in the graft on the pitch makes for a good trip.
So there were 2 training sessions today, but a busy afternoon as well for most of the first team squad as they all took part in commercial activities across Melbourne. Joe Allen, Fabio Barini, Stuart Downing and new arrival Danny Ward took part in a penalty shootout competition for the Bearded Lady Bourbon Company. The players also got a chance to try out their Aussie rule skills with varying degrees of success. Also trying their hand at a bit of AFL were Glenn Johnson, Raheem Sterling and Philippe Coutinho, who took part in a Warrior arranged shoot with Australian footy legends Mike Darcy and Cameron Ling. For Martin Skirtle and Sebastian Quates, it was a case of some retail therapy as they attended an event at FX Square in the heart of Melbourne city centre. The fans were once again out in force, and the players happily signed autographs and posed for photos. While back at the team hotel, Luis Suarez, Lucas and ex-Red Robbie Fowler helped mark the club's new partnership with Melbourne-based charity, the Reagan Milstein Foundation, which helps disadvantaged youngsters play sport. 5 other members of the first team squad joined up with the Liverpool FC Foundation at the Lakeside Football Ground for a special coaching clinic. The players worked with 85 children from 3 local youth football sides, teaching them a range of skills and techniques. And finally this evening we can hear from every Liverpudlian's favourite Australian, Craig Johnson. Although he's now living in Florida, he's flown back to his homeland, especially for Wednesday's match, and admits it's a dream come true.
When someone said Liverpool's coming to Australia, it's like, what, they've never been? And it took a second to say, hang on a sec, they've never been. And I think because when I say we, Australians live the life of a Liverpudlian through the football team vicariously, if you like. So it was like hang on a sec, they've never been. And then it was like, wow, that's so interesting. And then with the sellout of the MCG, that's our Mecca, that's our Super Bowl, that's our Anfield, and Anfield Road down the bottom here. So, sold out, within minutes, 92,000, it'd probably be 102,000. It sort of hit home that how many people here are actually Liverpool supporters. And then it took me another 2 or 3 weeks to realise that a lot of them are Liverpool supporters because I played for Liverpool. So it's been an interesting sort of exercise watching the country really build up. And Man United were here, which is also good for the game. But I just feel that this town is a very, very special sports town. And if you think you love soccer in football in Liverpool, these people just live for sport in Melbourne, and famously so. And that iconic venue, and you know, my passion and love in life was Liverpool and the Scouse culture. So the two are coming together, and I feel like I speak two languages, you know, and like I'm the only interpreter in the room right now, and it's pretty special.
Well, that's it from us on a busy first full day for the Reds here in Australia. There's certainly a genuine air of excitement here in Melbourne ahead of the game on Wednesday night. We'll have plenty more build-up right here on LFC TV. LFC Now will be back at the same time tomorrow. We'll see you then.
LFC Now, in association with Standard Chartered, main sponsor of Liverpool Football Club.